Hello and welcome to episode number 89 of WITM, and it's time for our first scheduled stream that will feature WITM action. It's a 2-for-1 special, as in real life, SmackDown Live and 205 Live both air on Tuesday nights. We will be doing the same now on WITM every Tuesday night at 11 o'clock. We will be streaming both Gerald in action on SmackDown Live and Andrew Spudstrong, currently our Cruiserweight champion, in action on 205 Live. Our first match tonight is going to be on SmackDown Live. It's going to be the Laughing Evangelist Gerald taking on two powerhouse opponents in the Samoan Submission Machine Samoa Joe and the Bulgarian Brute Rusev. So let's go ahead and start the show.
I look at this card and my mouth starts to water. Singles match on tap next.
All right, in our first matchup, as I said before, when they have title matches in real life, we will be having title matches in WITM. You never know when you might see a title matchup pop up on the card. On tonight's real life edition of SmackDown Live, Jeff Hardy, the United States Champion, defended his title in an open challenge against The Miz and successfully retained his United States Championship. Here on our edition of SmackDown Live, our current United States Champion is Andrade Cien Almas. I randomly selected an opponent for him out of the top 5 in the United States Championship rankings, and that man is the Apex Predator and Viper, Randy Orton. Kicking things off with a U.S. title matchup, and Andrade Cien Almas is going to pull up somewhat of an upset despite the fact that he's a defending champion and defeat Randy Orton to remain the United States Champion. And now let's start up the loading screen for our WITM matchup.
We're moments away from pure chaos. The triple threat match is next.
You're absolutely right. I can't wait.
All right, so Gerald, we are just 1.5 weeks away from Extreme Rules. And Gerald looking to keep himself in the United States Championship picture. He comes in at a record of 4-5, so also looking back to get back to 500 tonight. But he's got two powerhouse opponents ahead of him. The real-life #1 contender to the WWE Championship, the Bulgarian Brute Rusev, and the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe. The loading screen is all loaded, so without further ado, let's get into our first matchup of the night. Gerald, looking to keep himself in the U.S. title picture, can rise up to number 2 or maybe even number 1 with a victory tonight over Samoa Joe and Rusev. Let's get our first match, a triple threat, no disqualification, hardcore matchup underway.
The following triple threat contest is a no disqualifications match. Making his way to the ring from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, Samoa Joe.
The Destroyer appears to be in no mood here tonight, Corey.
I think you're right, Cole, which means somebody's going to get hurt tonight.
And guys, if you're looking for fireworks on this 4th of July, you came to the right place, because this match will be nothing short of explosive.
Come on, Cole. You're better than that. Did you really have to go with the fireworks line? Oh, come on. Who am I kidding? Of course you did.
And his opponents, first, weighing in at 304 pounds, Rusev.
Byron, what should we expect here tonight in this triple threat match?
When it comes to triple threats, Michael, you really have to expect the unexpected. Adding that third superstar to the fray really does add a level of intrigue that just can't be found.
Shifting gears now, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish everybody a very happy 4th of July.
And if you're into fireworks, don't touch that remote because this one is sure to be explosive.
Ugh, who writes your stuff?
And from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in at 225 pounds, Gerald.
3 big names set to do battle here tonight, guys, in this triple threat match.
You're right, Michael. It doesn't get much bigger than this. And judging from the crowd reaction, they completely agree with us.
And guys, allow me to say thank you to everybody watching at home for spending part of your Independence Day with us.
Congratulations, Cole. I thought for sure you were going to say some...
There's the bell. Our first matchup of the night is underway. Just a quick note, it's kind of cool that the announcers mentioned that's the 4th of July, officially in about an hour,
A participant must be ready to endure
during the entrances.
at any time.
Gerald starts off going up against the Bulgarian brute Rusev. Now turns his attention to the Samoa submission machine. Very tough challenge ahead of tonight for Gerald. 2 powerhouse opponents in one match, and even more dangerous with no disqualifications.
One thing's for certain,
anything goes.
See what he's made of here in this triple threat match.
Rusev with a headbutt to Gerald.
Threat because he can let the other superstars go to war on each
Working
other
the head
while he sits
of
back and
Gerald.
saves his resources.
Remember, Gerald also has an injury going into this matchup too, so very dangerous environment for Gerald when you're facing 2 very tough opponents in a no disqualifications environment. Samoa Joe trying to work the arm of Gerald, just ramming his head up against the hand of Gerald, but he's going to reverse with an arm drag. Rusev getting fired up there in the corner as Samoa Joe goes to work, and there's Rusev out of nowhere with the Machka kick to take out Samoa Joe.
A strong takedown like
Gerald
that
taking down Rusev. Rusev heading outside now as well. Gerald's going to take a bow.
Bringing it back between the ropes.
Rusev back into the ring. He hits a heavy right and then a clothesline as one is sending Gerald on the outside. Rusev thought about going after Gerald on the outside, but instead elects to go back after Samoa Joe inside the ring.
The good news for him is that he doesn't appear to have taken too much offense up to this point.
Rusev with a headbutt to Samoa Joe.
Over the years, we've seen Rusev take the term cruelty to new levels. The Bulgarian
reversal
brute
by
gets a
Joe.
look in his eyes, and we know he's a few minutes away from tossing an opponent around.
Gerald's going to
like
return the favor and send Samoa Joe on the outside. Now Gerald's just going to bide his time as his opponents try to recover. On the outside, now Gerald's going to take the fight to the outside against Samoa Joe.
That one misses big time.
Better luck next time.
Joe looking for, well, I thought a power bomb, but Rather a side slam to Gerald. Now he's going to make his way back into the ring. He'll be joined by Rusev.
He's taking a long time to get up, guys.
Perhaps playing a little possum here, Cole.
Joe forces Rusev to his feet as Gerald tries to recover outside. Joe planting Rusev. Gerald on the apron.
Joe is taking the upper hand.
Now making his way back inside. Taking a bow, trying to get the WWE Universe behind him. Looking to stay in the U.S. title picture as Extreme Rules approaches, despite coming into this match with an injury. Irish whip into the corner. That's going to send Samoa Joe tumbling outside. Rusev with an Irish whip into the corner.
He's one step ahead.
Reversal by Gerald.
Flips the script on him there.
Reversal by Rusev.
No, there's the reversal.
Reversal by Gerald. Gerald with the left punch. There's the big boot signature maneuver. Huge opportunity for Gerald with Samoa Joe on the outside and Rusev laid out after a signature maneuver. Gerald thinking spear now.
This is what makes him one of the... He's not afraid
Spear
to fly.
connects, but Joe's back into the ring. He's going to go after Gerald. Now you giving him any opportunity to capitalize. There's a backbreaker from Samoa Joe. Joe with an Irish whip into the corner.
He's not getting up.
You can't like his chances right now.
Enziguri from Joe. Now an opportunity for Joe with both opponents laid out. Goes for cover.
And there's a kick out.
And Gerald is going to power out at 2. Rusev is back to his feet now. Samoa Joe looking for ground elbow strikes. And they connect, and Gerald is busted open. That is not what you want to see. Gerald coming to his match with a head injury and now busted open. We may be looking at an elevated major injury to the head of Gerald. As we said, this is a very dangerous environment. You know these two opponents want to take advantage of it, and indeed they have. Gerald busted open, and we may be looking at some time out of action for Gerald.
Made him pay there.
Samoa Joe targeting that head with the sleeper hold. Gerald's going to tap out. Probably a wise decision considering the injury to the head. Gerald is going to take the loss on this matchup, dropping down to a record of 3-5. That is certainly not going to help his Extreme Rules hopes. I'm sorry, Gerald dropping to a record of 4-6. And so Gerald will likely be out of the US and WWE title picture, going to Extreme Rules, and may also have his minor head injury elevated to a major head injury. We'll of course be checking up on that following this victory sequence here.
Here is your winner, Samoa Joe.
I can't imagine the pain that must have been inflicted by that move.
You could just see it in his eyes. There was no way he was going to win one of these two tonight.
Well, it's going to be difficult to regroup the match.
All right, so Samoa Joe picking up the victory. Gerald busting open to the already injured head. When Samoa Joe locked in that sleeper hold, targeting the head of Gerald, he had no choice but to tap out.
Because the next match
keeping the match going could have meant further injury. So, even though, of course, with Extreme Rules approaching, you definitely don't want to tap out. It's probably a wise decision for Gerald's long-term future to take the short-term inconvenience and take the loss in this matchup. Anyway, SmackDown Live rolls on. In tag team action, the Bludgeon Brothers pick up a victory over the Bar. Charlotte, with no surprise here, picking up a victory over Lana. Shinsuke Nakamura with a victory over The Miz, in a match that also happened tonight in real life, and the same result as what happened tonight in real life SmackDown. The reunited Team Hell No, Kane and Daniel Bryan pick up a victory over the Usos. And in the main event, no surprise there, John Cena pick up a victory over the leader of Sanity, Eric Young. And how does that affect the rankings on SmackDown Live? As we are just a week and a half away from Extreme Rules? We will find out in a moment after the loading screen. Starting off with the SmackDown women. Charlotte defeated Lana. Charlotte remains number 1 contender. Lana moves down to the bottom, number 9. And so there's some minor changes in the SmackDown women's rankings. The champion, Peyton Royce. Number 1 contender, Charlotte. Number 2, Mandy Rose. Number 3, Sonya Deville. Number 4, Billie Kay. Number 5, Carmella. Number 6, Becky Lynch. Number 7, Asuka. Number 8, Naomi. And number 9, Lana. In the SmackDown Tag Team division, the Bludgeon Brothers defeated the Bar, but Team Hell No won as well. Team Hell No moves up to number 3. Bludgeon Brothers move up to number 4. The Bar falls to number 5. Team Hell No defeated the Usos. Team Hell No moves up to number 2. The Usos fall to number 2. And so quite the shakeup in the SmackDown Tag Title rankings. The champions, Sanity, number 1 contenders, moving all the way up from number 4. The reunited Team Hell No, the number 1 contenders in real life. Number 2, the Usos. Number 3, the Club. Number 4, Bludgeon Brothers. Number 5, the Bar. And number 6, the New Day. In the United States Championship rankings, Andrade Cien Almas defeated Randy Orton in an open challenge to remain United States Champion, but Gerald lost as well, so Gerald drops to number 5, Randy Orton drops to number 4. Then Samoa Joe defeated Gerald with no decision for Rusev. Joe moves up to number 2. Gerald falls to number 6. Rusev remains at number 7 with a no decision. Shinsuke Nakamura defeated The Miz. Nakamura moves up to number 11. Miz falls to 11, so Nakamura gets 2 spots up to number 10. John Cena defeated Eric Young. Cena remains number 1 contender, and Young is not in these rankings, and so your United States Championship rankings, the champion, Andrade Cien Almas. Number 1 contender, John Cena. Number 2, Samoa Joe. Number 3, AJ Styles. Number 4, Randy Orton. Number 5, Big E. Number 6, Gerald. Number 7, Rusev. Number 8, Daniel Bryan. Number 9, Sin Cara. Number 10, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 11, The Miz. Number 12, Jeff Hardy. Number 13, R-Truth. Number 14, Ty Dillinger. Number 15, Aiden English. And number 16, Primo. And finally, the WWE Championship rankings. Andrade Cien Almas defeated Randy Orton. Almost not in these rankings, but Orton drops down to number 6, but Gerald lost as well. So Gerald moves down to number 7. Orton moves down to number 6. And then Samoa Joe defeated Gerald. Joe moves up to number 7. Gerald moves down to the bottom, number 8. Rusev sits at number 5 with a no decision. Shinsuke Nakamura defeated The Miz. Nakamura moves up to number 3. Miz is not in these rankings. John Cena defeated Eric Young. Cena remains number 1 contender. Young is not in these rankings, and so your WWE Championship rankings, the WWE Champion is Kane. Number 1 contender, John Cena. Number 2, AJ Styles. Number 3, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 4, Daniel Bryan. Number 5, Rusev. Number 6, Randy Orton. Number 7, Samoa Joe. and number 8, Gerald. Alright, so our SmackDown Live portion of tonight's episode is finished, but we are not done yet. We still have more WITM action in store for you, because it's time for some Cruiserweight action on 205 Live. If Andrew is in action, and indeed he is. He's going to be taking on Hideo Itami, and we're going to spice things up a little bit, because tonight's real-life main event was a no disqualification match. We are going to have a no disqualification match as well between Andrew and Hideo Itami.
Andrew!
Gonna spice things up a little bit for our first WITM officially scheduled stream
Hideo Itami!
that has a match that has actual matches in it, with 2 no disqualification matches tonight. Our first of which was the triple threat on SmackDown, with Samoa Joe defeating Gerald for the person that just came in, and Rusev taking no decision. Our second match, no holds barred, Andrew versus Hideo Itami in the main event of 205 Live. Let's get the show underway.
And what a great way to start us off. On tap next.
Alright, Lio Rush, the newest member of the Cruiserweight division, picks up a victory over Akira Tozawa. Mark Andrews picks up a victory over Arya Daivari with no decision for Kalisto. In another match that happened tonight in real life on 205 Live, TJP defeated Noam Dar. Except Noam Dar won in real life. And Cedric Alexander picking up a victory over Mustafa Ali. And now it's time for our second WITM matchup of this stream. Let's get that loading screen started.
Don't move. We have a great match coming up next. We have one of the best talents on the roster to date against Hideo Itami.
This is going to be amazing.
Alright, so we have a pay-per-view quality matchup tonight. Tonight on Real Life and 205 Live, which I watched the whole episode for the first time. We had an excellent main event between Mustafa Ali and Buddy Murphy in a no disqualification match. We should have an outstanding main event ourselves in our version of 205 Live tonight. Andrew is the Cruiserweight champion. He is coming in with a by far WITM best 9-4-2 record, looking to keep momentum going as Cruiserweight champion against a tough opponent in Hideo Itami. No holds barred action, non-title action. Let's get that match underway.
Making his way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 168 pounds, the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Andrew.
There is an absolutely big fight feel in the arena tonight for this one.
Yeah, and judging from the vibe here currently, it seems to me like this is the one this sold-out crowd came to see.
And very quickly, I can tell you that these superstars are very excited to have the opportunity to compete here tonight on Independence Day.
And similarly, we're excited to be able to call the action for you, especially for this match. This is going to be great.
opponent, from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 180 pounds, Hideo Itami.
Singles action on its way, and it sounds like this arena is more than ready to kick this one off.
So is social media, Michael. The opening bell hasn't even rung, and yet both these superstars are already trending.
Shifting gears now, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish everybody a very happy 4th of July.
And if you're into fireworks, don't touch that remote, because this one is sure to be explosive.
Ugh, who writes your stuff?
And here we go. No disqualification matchup underway between the Cruiserweight champion Andrew and Hideo Itami in non-title action. A couple of Season 2 throwbacks in this match, the first of which Andrew and Hideo Itami have history dating back to WITM Season 2. Of course, Andrew started tag team in Season 2 in his ECW Velocity Cruiserweight show called the AA Hardcore Cruisers with Austin Aries. Hideo Itami had a desire to join the AA Hardcore Cruisers and to try to impress Andrew, aided him in a Velocity match against Dean Ambrose. However, Andrew did not want the help. He turned on Hideo Itami and attacked him the following week, and this would lead to the formation of the heel stable, the Purity Society. And then, of course, also another Season 2 throwback. And the stipulation of this match, a no disqualification matchup. Andrew, of course, has plenty of experience in no disqualification hardcore matches. He is the man who in Season 2 brought back ECW, ran it as CEO and as an active wrestler, and wrestled hardcore matches, including Cruiserweight hardcore matches, but every week. Andrew paying a little homage to the COO of 205 Live, Triple H, by grabbing that sledgehammer, Triple H's signature weapon. But Itami isn't going to have any of it. Now he wants to take flight.
That one fails.
And Andrew is going to avoid the stomp. But Itami back on the attack. Andrew fighting it off, and Itami's just going to shove him aside. Here comes Andrew with some strikes. Huge DDT by Itami. Itami taking a bow before jumping over Andrew and hitting him in the head with a back heel kick. Andrew's going to power out immediately from the pin attempt. Andrew forced to his feet.
Doesn't look good, Byron.
Yeah, this is how people end up getting hurt.
Now it's difficult to get up from a fall like that.
Snake eyes by Itami, and again Andrew powers out immediately. Itami wondering what it's going to take to keep Andrew down. Now he wants to take flight again.
Of getting up here, guys.
No, he's taking one heck of a beating. Look out!
Diving elbow drop from Itami. Itami taunting the WWE Universe. Once a fan favorite, now a hated heel on the Cruiserweight division.
Incredible impact on that slam.
Tables turn from Season 2, where Itami and Andrew are both fan favorites, and Andrew started
there may be no stopping him.
A heel run by turning on Itami.
Ain't no stopping him now.
Itami slamming Andrew on the apron.
He wants no part of the outside.
Irish up into the corner.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
And there's an enziguri from Itami.
I don't want to know what that feels like.
There's an Irish up into the corner. Andrew avoids it. Roy knee bar, great position, center ring. Itami is going to break the hold.
Nicely done as he gets out of the submission.
Andrew going to go for the flat line. No, instead he wants to get the WWE Universe behind him here. as Itami is going to cross the ropes and get back up to his feet.
Oh, and he reverses it.
Great reversal by Andrew into the low kick, and now he's looking for that flat line. Center ring, and with the sledgehammer right there.
Oh, man!
It connects. Andrew goes for a cover.
Now he's got to capitalize.
And somehow Itami is going to power out. Itami looking to make a statement here against the Cruiserweight champion. Not very many power out of the combo of the rolling knee bar and the flat line, but Itami has managed to do it. There's a reversal by Itami. Itami, could he be thinking go to sleep? There it is, go to sleep. Itami, the inventor of the go to sleep move that, of course, would later on be made popular by CM Punk.
This is what makes him one of the best.
There's a reversal by Andrew. Itami has Andrew in a seated position. There's a series of elbows. Itami taking a bow. And there's a back kick to the head of Andrew, and somehow that wore out Itami. Itami has been in control. Now can Andrew turn the momentum back in his favor? That would definitely do it. Rolling knee bar locked in.
I don't know, guys.
And Itami is going to get out. Andrew wasting no time looking for a second flat line of the match to follow up his second rolling knee bar. And it connects.
That's what this could do it.
This should put Itami away, but it won't. Itami powers out of the flat line the second time in this match. Itami putting up quite a fight here in this non-title matchup. There's a right from Itami.
He looks absolutely
suplex.
Exhausted. This could be the end of him.
Goes for a cover. Does Itami get the upset here? No, Andrew powers out at 2.
He needs to change
We've got
something fast, guys.
Another epic cruiserweight clash here on 205 Live. We saw a great no DQ main event tonight in real life. We're having the same here in our 205 Live main event here on WITM. There's an out trip into the corner.
Flips the script.
Reversal by Andrew. There's a knee from Andrew. Goes for a cover. And Itami powers out at 1, despite having taken 2 rolling knee bars and 2 flat lines in this matchup. There's a reversal by Itami.
Sickening thud.
Itami low on stamina, so he'll just go for a cover.
1, 2, oh, somehow.
Itami asks himself, what is it going to take to keep down the Cruiserweight champion? Itami forces Andrew up.
Next time, bring a helmet.
Series of punches, slaps, and kicks from Itami.
Incredible strike combination.
Forces Andrew up.
You can't teach that type of talent.
Andrew reverses into a suplex. Andrew forces Itami up. There's a 3rd rolling knee bar. And just as he did last week, it's going to be 3 rolling knee bars that's going to take to put away Andrew's opponent. Andrew picking up a victory here. He's to an impressive 10-4-2 record. Hideo Itami put up quite a fight. It took 3 rolling knee bars and 2 flatlines to put Itami away, but it's going to be Andrew keeping the momentum going as Cruiserweight champion with a victory in another great Cruiserweight matchup here tonight against Hideo Itami.
Here is your winner, Andrew.
Gonna feel the effects of this win for a while.
You know, nothing made me happier than when I'd lock in Lucky 13 and make my opponents tap out.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. I sure hope you enjoyed those fireworks.
All right. So, Andrew, keeping momentum going. I already read off most of all the results before, but just to recap before we get into our rankings update. Leo Rush defeated Akira Tozawa. Mark Andrews defeated Arya Daivari with no decision for Kalisto. TJP defeated Noam Dar. Cedric Alexander defeated Mustafa Ali. And in our second match of episode 89, Andrew Spudstrong picked up a victory in a great cruiserweight battle against Hideo Itami. And how does that affect the rankings on 205 Live? Let's find out. After this loading screen, of course. Leo Rush defeated Akira Tozawa. Rush moves up to number 11. Tozawa falls to number 14. Mark Andrews defeated Arya Daivari with no decision for Kalisto. Andrews moves up to number 5. Daivari falls to number 10. And Kalisto remains at number 6 with a no decision. TJP defeated Noam Dar. TJP moves up to number 8. Dar falls to number 16. Cedric Alexander defeated Mustafa Ali. Alexander moves up to number 3. Ali falls to number 3. Alexander moving up to number 2. And Andrew defeated Hideo Itami. Itami falls to number 8. So your Cruiserweight champion, Andrew Spudstrong. Number 1 contender, Lince Dorado. Number 2, Cedric Alexander. Number 3, Mustafa Ali. Number 4, Grand Metalik. Number 5, Mark Andrews. Number 6, Kalisto. Number 7, TJP. Number 8, Hideo Itami. Number 9, Buddy Murphy. Number 10, Arya Daivari. Number 11, Leo Rush. Number 12, Jack Gallagher. Number 13, Brian Kendrick. Number 14, Akira Tozawa. Number 15, Drew Gulak. Number 16, Noam Dar. And number 17, Tony Nese. And those rankings are important because in real life, 205 Live General Manager Drake Maverick announced tonight that there will be a Cruiserweight Championship matchup next week between Cedric Alexander and Hideo Itami. And of course, when real life has, WWE has title matches, so do we. So that means next week on our July 10th edition of 205 Live at 11 o'clock, it will be the rematch. Andrew Spudstrong taking on the former Cruiserweight champion, Lince Dorado, with the Cruiserweight Championship on the line. A bit of a rubber match because the first time these two men met with a Cruiserweight title on the line, it was Lince Dorado easily beating Andrew, of course, with the aid of the game's rivalry system in a squash match. Then at Money in the Bank, Andrew would defeat Lince Dorado to become Cruiserweight champion. And now Lince Dorado is going to have a chance to win back the Cruiserweight Championship next week on 205 Live against Andrew Spudstrong. That will be a great matchup with the Cruiserweight title on the line. Andrew's first defense, July 10th at 11 o'clock. Wrestling. That will be an episode you likely won't want to miss. As well as tomorrow night's episode, NXT, if our newest WIT member, Ayot Master, is in action. And unfortunately, it's like we are not going to see Ayot Master in action tomorrow, but we will be hearing from him in a promo segment. So unfortunately, It's going to be another episode without a WITM matchup tomorrow night. However, AOT Master is going to make his way to the ring. He's going to introduce himself and warn the NXT universe about what is to come. We were, of course, all hoping to see him in action. It would have been nice to see him at the very least in this 8-man battle royal here, but unfortunately that is not the case. But tomorrow night, the introduction of AOT Master. He's going to walk into an NXT ring for the first time with a microphone in hand on the 4th of July edition of NXT. And remember, AOT Master hates holidays above anything else. So what's he got to say on the 4th of July with a open microphone? We find out tomorrow night at 11 o'clock on our Wednesday night NXT stream. That is going to do it for tonight's stream. If you like information on how to jump into the action and become a WIT member yourself, like AOT Master just has done, head on over to our website. The link will be in the description for information on how to join WITM and more. Also, be sure to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you are alerted when we go live. Until episode number 90 tomorrow night, where we hear from AOT Master. This is Corey with WITM Call Wrestling, signing off.